Welcome to week 3 of TNT whoa. Thursday Night Thunder. Tonight's week 3 of our 695 Abart race series that we got going on, Spec Racing. With our group that we have 4 buckets that we go through. Bucket 1 has no time limit that they have to wait at the line. Bucket 2 has 25 seconds. Then bucket 3 has 45 seconds. Bucket 4 has a minute. We made up at bucket 5. Bucket 5 has to wait 80 seconds before they actually get started. But let's go ahead and take a look at bucket 3. Bucket 3 is we're racing here at Lime Rock with the with all the chicanes on. So this should be a pretty crazy race. But let's go ahead and jump into bucket 1, because bucket 1 is going to be passing bucket 5. Bucket 5 is going to be get passed by bucket 1, which is going to make the track ultra crazy. So there we go. And bucket 5 is going. All the buckets are going, as you can see on the screen. This is going to be fascinating, super crazy, and awesome to watch. Hope you guys enjoy the show. Also, just for anyone that cares, the current standings for this week are as followed. I'll just display them up on the screen. Current standings right now, we have Lucky with 192 points, followed by Pride with 180, Stu with the 179, Eat 175, Landrail 172, ourselves 171, and you can go through the rest for the top 12. We do have more cars racing, but these are the only ones that are capable of winning the season because they haven't missed a race through our 8 races. Tonight we're doing races 5 and 6, and then we have one more week for 7 and 8. So we'll go ahead and take that off so you guys can actually see the track. So let's get back into action. Looks like we have bucket 4 already catching up to bucket 3. We do have some pretty interesting standings up here. Lucky is taking a dominant season so far, already up 12 points halfway through the season. The most interesting dynamic right now is 180 for Pride, which is also a bucket 4 driver, and then Stu with 179. And then Wheat with 175. I mean, we have 9 points separating 6th place to 2nd place. One of the things that we do in these races, we do have a lot of, as you can see just popped up on the screen, we do penalties in these races. And these penalties will affect the driver's placement in the final running order at the end of these races. So let's go ahead and take a look at bucket 2. It's like bucket 2. Actually, we'll go back 3 with Landrail trying to take up a dominating lead for bucket 3 with Stewie right behind him. And then I didn't have a chance to see Wheat behind him. It looks like we have our bucket 5 guy getting his lap back from bucket 1. Because remember, at the beginning of the race, whoa, brain fart. Anyways, bucket 1 passed bucket 5 on the come around. because of the time difference and how short this track is. So Bucket 5, if they're going to have a chance to win, they're going to have to pass Bucket 1 twice in this race. So let's go look at that. There's Turt all over Mr. Sleddy, which is a very veteran driver. He's been with us for most of our seasons, and look at that pass by Turt right there on the inside. Very nicely done, Turt. Very nice and tidy turn through the chicane. And as far as I can tell, I don't think Turt has any penalties as of yet. But he's got a lot of ground to make up to get back around to Sleddy. He's got to make up a full lap in the next 30 laps, or we have 25 laps left. So this is going to be a very, very interesting. So let's jump up to Bucket 2 right now. We got Parcells and Nissan battling it out for second and third. Let's go ahead and jump up to Hitman. Does look like he's fallen off the pace a little bit from Bucket 3. He's got a Bucket 4 guy coming up on him right now, which is in Pride, as you can see right there. Hopefully Hitman can hold his pace and keep on trucking. Let's go ahead and jump up to battle for... Oh, battle that we're already on. Let's see if Hitman can hold his own for 11th to keep Pride back there. The longer that Hitman can hold up Pride, the better the chances for Bucket 2 and Bucket 1 to hold their lead. Which does make Bucket 1 and 2 having a slight advantage in having that they don't have to deal with the leaders riding their butts as long. But they do have to deal with Bucket 2, and then Bucket 2 has to deal with Bucket 3 catching them. Which then keeps this race really interesting, which is what our goal is with this. So if anyone ever wants to come out and have a race with us, we'll throw you in a bucket, and let's do this. We just practice very much so clean racing, clean passing, all that fun stuff. As you can see, Wheat right here, he's already got 4 seconds of penalties. That's going to count against him. He might end up losing a place or two, depending on how close the running order is at the end of the race. It looks like he just got into the back of Stewie again. Let's see if it gives him a penalty. Doesn't look like he got the penalty that time, so he got lucked out. But he does get the pass. But with these two fighting, as you can see right there, Lucky is slowly reeling them in. And that's where you kind of have to really give and take in these races, as the more fighting you do, oh, looks like we got that penalty that I was calling out earlier. The more fighting you do, the slower you're going to be. They're going to be racing each other. You're almost better off letting the slow car in front of you and don't bother pushing to get around. That's quite a battle right there. They're really slowing each other up and really letting Lucky reel them in. It's going to be interesting if they can both hold off together, the Bucket 4 driver and Lucky. So we got a pretty close battle going up here in second and third. Looks like Parcells and Nissan are still battling it out. I believe both of these drivers are both on a wheel, so they're going to have nice, smooth, round corners through here. It's not going to be as jerky as a lot of drivers are on the controller. And just so you guys know, if you're not on a wheel and you join our group, that's completely fine. We have drivers that switch back and forth from the wheel to the controller. I myself was on the wheel for a while. Oh, there goes Nissan with the pass with Parcells going out wide. But anyways, I myself have been on the controller as of recently, but I also have a wheel that I used for several months that I really started to enjoy driving with. All the drivers here are just great and give great advice about using the wheel or getting your car set up for this with this controller. And all of us are great with helping any driver out as far as getting the turns right or any general question to get anyone to be better. But let's jump back up here for the Battle of 8th because Lucky is really in these guys. It's going to be turning out to be quite the race. It looks like Stewie has decided to pull back a little bit on getting around Wheat, but it might be too late for them with Lucky and Little Tyke's car really getting close. So we'll see how this ends up. Lucky is definitely reeling them in. Looks like Stewie's trying to go for that inside. Wheat's going out. Oh, and there goes another pass. Looks like Lucky's trying to get in there as well. I think he's gonna get closed off though. Ooh, and it's gonna some great. Let's jump on Lucky. Looks like they're coming back side by side. Looks like they got by before they got to the chicane. Oops, looks like Wheat got into the back of Lucky. That's probably... Let's go ahead and check on Brewster. He's still holding his own. He's been coming out on Monday nights for our school night to kind of help build his skills. He's actually done some road racing back in the day. He does drag racing and even has done some that's not good. That's going to be a penalty for turn, guaranteed there. If not, we'll have to talk with the marshals on that one and see if he ends up getting a penalty for points for being too aggressive. So let's look up here. We got Honey Badger. Honey Badger's been with us for a while. This is one of his races, first races back. It's glad to have him back. So let's see here. Let's go ahead. Let's go ahead and jump back up. It looks like this is like the most competitive racing spot right here, right now. We'll probably jump up there to the land rail, catch up. Yeah, let's go ahead and jump up there right now. Looks like a land rail, which is a bucket 3 driver. He's slowly catching up to the bucket 2 drivers right now. He looks like he's all over Brown. And I was just given word that we are about 1 minute away from the pit lanes opening up. Just so you know, our racing system that we run, we have one mandatory pit stop, I should say, if I can talk, that has to be taken between the 15-minute marker and the 25-minute marker. The reason we have the rules set up this way is it forces everyone into a 10-minute window for the pits, and that no one goes super early to pit or super late to pit to win the race. Looks like he's trying to close in on Honey Badger. Honey Badger currently has a 5-second penalty, which could count into the end of the race. He's a Bucket 2 driver. We currently have a Bucket 3 driver in Lanrail, which I've heard from the chatter was driving extremely fast on this track. He looks like he's getting all over Brown right now. Brown looks like he dips into the grass a little bit. Let's see if they can get the pass. He's going on that inside route. He's going to be on the outside on this next corner. Is he going to get the pass? Oh. Nope. Okay. He's going to have to try on that next corner. Okay, there he goes. He got the pass. I think with that little bit of a bump, I think Brown had to let off the gas, let him back onto the track, and then probably gave up the position. Let's go ahead and jump up to the leaders. Let's see here, where am I at? There we go. Let's go ahead and jump up to first place. Looks like we have both the Bucket 1 drivers. Looks like Brewster's not having a great race, but that's okay. We don't mind having beginners out here racing with us, as long as we're doing a clean race. But hopefully he doesn't slow up Sleddy too much, and Sleddy can get around him. And so it looks like, let's go ahead and... There we go. So currently it looks like we have Sleddy in the lead with Nissan and Parcells less than 5 seconds back, respectively, as shown on the screen. Alright, looks like Honey Badger is having to deal with Landrail now. And Landrail's all over his bumper. Luckily, we're using the newer version of the hit dynamics for Forza 7, and it's a lot better. Looks like we already have some people going into the pits. Looks like it's Parcells. Looks like we got a pretty good battle right here. We got Honey Badger. And it looks like Brown got back around Landrail, so that's impressive. Good job, Brown. So let's see if he can hold on to it. Because Landrail has been relatively fast. Go ahead and jump back up to the 4th and 5th buckets. See the battle that's going on right now. So, the guy in 10th place named Turk, he is a super fast driver, so he's in a bucket of his own called Bucket 5 that we make, and currently Forza doesn't offer a Bucket 5. So basically after the 60-second marker for Bucket 4, he has to wait an additional 20 seconds. So both of these guys, Bucket 4 and 5, Lucky and Turk, are extremely fast and extremely talented in racing. Let's go ahead and jump up to Bucket 2, Honey Badger and Brown. Oh, looks like we have a new leader. Wait, no we don't. No, yeah we do. We have a new leader, Nissan. Nissan looks like he's got his pass around Bucket 2. Let's see how long he can hold on to that. We're still we're just a little bit over the halfway marker for this race. Currently, pits are open, so everyone's trying to take their one pit stop that they have to take between the 15-minute marker and 25-minute marker on the race clock. But I don't think Nissan or Sleddy have taken their pits so far, so we'll have to see how this plays out. Looks like we got a lot going on up here. We got a couple bucket 3 guys. We have the lapped bucket. Looks like we got a lot going on back here. A lot of cars in one place, which is what we love to see. I love to see it. Looks like we have bucket 1 guy go ahead and take his 1 bucket pit, which I believe is Brewster. We got a couple of bucket 3 and bucket 4 guys coming through. Is any of them going to take their pit? Doesn't look like it. They're going to stay out. So let's go ahead and take a look at land round. Land round is the one that's been. Oh, looks like this is Stewie. I'm sorry. Looks like Stewie's leading the way for bucket 3 right now in 4th place. Honey Badger, Saletti, and Nissan leading the way in the top 5. This has definitely been a very interesting race. A lot of drama, a lot of action. Looks like we have a couple guys blocking each other right now. Wheat and Brown. Let's see who's gonna. Oh, looks like Brown's gonna go into pits with Stewie, and then looks like Wheat's gonna be staying out. Let's go ahead and jump. Looks like we're gonna have 3rd place in Wheat. So let's go ahead and take a look at things. Sorry for that. Had to step away real quick. But let's go ahead and take a look at what's going on. Looks like we still have Nissan up front. Looks like he's getting a pretty demanding lead. If he can pull this win off, this will be his 2nd win of the season, I believe. I believe he took a win in the first week of the series, which I was unavailable to stream or race in that event. So if he can pull off this win, this is really going to help his points. But sadly, he was out next week, so he would not be capable of winning the series, which is sad. Let's go ahead and take a look at. Looks like Lucky is coming up here. Storm coming up all the way to 3rd place, but I'm wondering if during the time he did not take his pit yet. So let's see what happens up here. Looks like we missed some action back here. Looks like we have a couple people get tangled up together. So let's see. Let's go ahead and look at bucket 3 right now. Stewie. He's got bucket 5. Turk coming up quick on his rear. Let's see how Turk gets this pass figured out, because I know Turk is a lot faster than Stewie. But Turk also gets a lot more penalties, as you can tell, by 8 seconds. So even if he can get the pass, he's got to get 8 seconds in front of Stewie to be an official pass at the end of this race, because I don't believe Stewie has any penalties. And we do encourage our drivers to not get penalties. If the driver completes a race with 0 penalties, they get a bonus 1 point added to their total. So if they get 2nd place, instead of getting 96, they actually get 97. We just add 1 point at a time. Or not a 97, I guess 50, 46 for 3rd place. If they get no penalties, they get 47. Hope that makes sense to you. It doesn't really make sense to me, but whatever. So hopefully we can see some action. Looks like we might have a little bit of drama up here. In 6th, 7th place. Looks like we have bucket 1 trying to hold off Lana Elite, actually, in this Applejack's car. Let's see here. What is 1st place? Looks like we got 1st and 2nd between Parcells and Nissan. And then right behind them is Lucky, trying to catch up. Looks like Lucky's currently 5 seconds from Parcells, and Parcells is 1 second from Nissan. Let's go ahead and jump back here. The 5th place. Let's see what's going on. It looks like we got Landrail. Landrail was a favorite for this race, but because of the accident he had earlier with Saletti, I'm not sure if he's going to be able to get to the end. We're down to our last 5 laps after the completion of this lap right here. This has been a pretty exciting race, and we can't wait for it to continue on with our next race. Let's go ahead and take a look at the leaders right now. So this is Parcells here, one of our Canadian drivers, trying to get caught up to Nissan, and you can see in the background there, Lucky is slowly closing in on him. So it looks like, it looks like Parcells has actually lost a half a second. So I don't think anyone's going to catch Nissan. The only person that's going to be able to catch Nissan would be a possibility of Lucky. And he's got less than 5 laps to get up there. So the only way it's going to be Nissan making a mistake in these last couple laps. But let's go ahead and jump up here to Wheat, because it looks like Wheat's holding off at another bucket 5 driver. And he is all over him right now. Turk's looking for any advantage that he can get to move up anything in the points. Currently, Turk is in 7th place in points, 169. He's only 2 points away from Parcells. And Parcells is currently in 2nd, so I don't think he's gonna get any points to pass him in the points lead. Ooh, trying to cut off Wheat, did not make the clean pass. Probably gonna go against, I would guess, Turk, but Forza does weird things with the hit bonus. So we'll see how it goes. So we can check back in with the leaders. So we have 1.8 for Parcells, 4 seconds almost for Lucky. I don't think go ahead and jump in. So it looks like Lucky here is making, I don't know. No, he's not. Yeah, I don't think Lucky's gonna make it. I don't think Parcells is gonna make it. So I think Nissan. I think. So I think our race winner is gonna be Nissan, barring any sort of mistake that comes in late in the race. He's got a clear track in front of him. He doesn't have to worry about lap traffic. And it looks like back here, at least for first, second, fourth place, fifth place, looks like everyone's spread out. Looks like we have a little bit of a battle going on for ninth. Let's go ahead and jump back into there. Jump back to the race leaders. Oh, Stewie, way outside. Oh no, Stewie. Looks like he got Brown off in the grass too. That was disappointing. You hate to see it, but he just got a little bit wide. He got a little bit greedy out there in ninth place. Lost it. You hate to see it, but it happens. So it looks like Lucky is making some ground on Parcells. He's only a second and a half away. I don't think Lucky will be able to get to... Lucky is 3.4. I don't think he can make up that time, but he might have a chance. To battle for second. Let's see this. Yep, looks like Lucky's gonna be right there. He's not gonna have enough time to catch up to the leader, but let's see what Lucky can do to Parcells. Can Lucky get around Parcells? Either in the straight, or if he's gonna have to, he's gonna have to cut back in. He might have to try for the next lap. He's gonna try to make his pass there, or he's gonna have to come around in one of these chicanes to try to make the pass. So this is... He's all over Parcells. Can Parcells hold on? Lucky is our current point standing leader. So any way that you can keep him back there is going to give all the other drivers so much more of an advantage to try to get caught back up. Because currently Lucky's 12 points ahead of any of the other drivers. The last lap. Can Lucky get it done? Can Lucky get the momentum to get rid of Parcells in this last lap? We already know who the leader is going to be. It's going to be Nissan. But can Parcells hold off Lucky for this last lap? It looks like Lucky does have 4 seconds of penalties, so you know what? In all honesty, it doesn't even matter. So I don't think we're going to have any issue with Parcells getting second, but it's basically pride that he's going to be, his own personal pride, to beat the Bucket 4 driver in these last couple of corners. So let's go ahead and jump into Nissan, since Nissan's going to be our winner. He's going into the last corner. Alright, So it looks like this is the race. This is the race. Nissan's coming around the last corner. Our ranking does go out to the grass, and he's good. Congratulations, Nissan, for winning the race. And then we got Parcells, Lucky. Oh no. Yeah. Parcells did not get second. He did hold off Lucky, but Lucky only had 4 seconds, and Parcells had 9 seconds of penalties. We got Manuel coming in 4th, Turk coming in 5th, Honey Badger in 6th, we got Wheat in 7th, Hitman in 8th, 9th place is Letty, Brown got 10th, Stewie came in 11th, we got Pride in 12th, and then last place is Brewster, which he's finishing up his lap right now. But overall, that was an amazing race. Great job, drivers. Caught some really good action, and I can't wait to start this next race. Alright, so let's go ahead. I'm going to go ahead and shut off this stream for a little bit. Go ahead and go to standby. We're going to go back to here once the second race starts. We'll see you guys soon.